I currently work my dream job away from home, but I'm getting married in a couple of months, and I'm worried about my ability to be the wife that I want to be while working off. And I don't know at what point do I give up on my dream job.
What is working off? What do you mean?
I work about 2 hours away from home, and during the week I have to stay out of town, and then I only get to come home on the weekends.
So can we say out of the gate, this is clearly not a dream job?
The things
it's
that
a job
I get
that you
to do,
like.
yes.
Or it's a great job, but it does not give you the life you want.
No, it's like I have to sacrifice my personal life to have this work life that I want.
And what do you want this work life for?
I'm just really passionate about the work that I get to do. I get to work with animals regularly. I'm out in the woods every day, and so it's extremely fulfilling in that aspect. But I do have to sacrifice a lot of my personal life for that.
Okay. So you tell me. Can y'all? What's the chances of moving closer?
The only reason that is not an option for us is my fiance makes a significantly more money than I do at this job, and his job is located 2 hours away from this one. So moving is just not an option because he would have to take such a significant pay cut for us to do that.
Man, you guys have boxed yourselves in, haven't you?
Yes, we have, and both of our families live close to where his job is, and we are extremely close to our families and want to keep that. Our goal has always been to live close to our family so that one day when we do have kids, we're raising them with our village.
Okay. So is some of this he knows who he married and he knows that you're out of town 4 days a week?
Yes. No, yeah, he knows. He's extremely supportive. My job is also his dream job. So he's extremely supportive and he understands why I'm doing it. The hope has been for me to eventually get a job down in central Louisiana where we live. But it seems like that's not going to become a thing anytime soon. Because I've been waiting on some jobs to come open, but they've been canceled with a lot of the federal funding cuts, or they've been pushed back. So,
that's a conservation nightmare. I've been reading up on that. It's wild, man.
Yes, it is.
So, what is it about your job that you love? All right, good folks, listen. The conveniences of modern life are actually adding to our stress. All these screens, EMFs, the bad lighting. Listen, it's driving us bonkers, but there's a simple fix. My friends at Bond Charge. I use their red light products to relax, recover, and restore normal sleep patterns, and to even restore my skin. Red light therapy is proven by hundreds of studies. I want you to give it a try. Go to bondcharge.com/Delony and use code Delony to save 15%. Go check them out. What is it about your job that you love?
I would say it doesn't even feel like I'm working when I'm at work. Like I get to trap and band ducks and respond to wildlife emergency calls. I get to help landowners manage their properties so that they get quality deer herds, and I'm outside and I'm having fun and I'm in the sunshine every day. Like it just feels like I'm outside playing every day, but it's work and I'm getting paid for it. And I can't tell you how many times I've been working and I'm like, man, I can't believe I'm getting paid right now.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a good solution for you, sister. I'm sorry. I wish I did. I don't have a great solution. I mean,
I think my most recent fear with it, especially with all of these cuts, is if I do leave my job so that I can be home full time, I'm afraid that I'll never find another biologist job again, especially not one that's this fun, because a lot of the jobs in my field are, you're doing like a lot of soil work and plant work. It's not as wildlife based, but this job is extremely wildlife based. It's like I hit the jackpot with a biologist job with this one.
Sure. Well, and I guess there's two things I would put on the table. One is nobody in the world, nobody saw a conservative Senate, House, and presidency coming in and all of the resulting cuts to public land conservation. Nobody saw that coming.
No, I definitely didn't.
Nobody did. In a billion years, nobody saw that, right?
Right.
I'm watching the most conservative people I know who are outdoorsmen just like in a panic, right? I'm reading up. I'm like, nobody saw that coming. Here's why I tell you that. The job that you have, will it still be here in 18 months, 24 months, 36 months? That's number one. I think it's the sense that like it's always going to be here. And all of your colleagues thought that too. They thought that a month ago.
Right.
Right? So that's number one. The second one is, this one's unpopular, right? Still probably my top one or two favorite jobs ever of all time. Like the job I have right now is like a glitch in the matrix. It's not real, okay?
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
how I feel about my job.
yeah, exactly. It's silly. This is my job, okay? I was a high school basketball coach and a track coach. I loved it. And I coached cross country, and then I went to basketball season, and then went to track season. And I was unmarried. I had no kids. And so I got up at 6 o'clock. I had to be in my classroom by like 6:40, so because the bell rang at 7:10 or something god awful early. And I'd get home at midnight. And that was just my life. And I loved it. I loved it. And I get to look back on it now in season as the great job that it was. It was a blast. I got to hang out with lots of amazing high school athletes, lots of amazing high school kids. It was just an amazing coaches. I got to learn so much. It was a great time in my life. And it would be completely impractical now with the life I have now.
Right. And I feel like I'm moving on to a new season of my life with getting married. And I have ideas of the kind of wife I want to be. I want to be available, and I see how much my job takes away from my personal life and this dream, this idea of what I have, of what I want my personal life to be.
Can I tell you what I think about you? How old are you?
I'm 25.
I think you're a person, maybe I'm crazy. I think you're a person that will find joy at just about any job in the world.
You know what? My fiance actually told me that I'm a wildflower and I can grow anywhere I go.
I think he's right. I just listening to you talk. You know what was so crazy? My next job, I loved it. And then the job after that, I loved it. And there's some parts I don't love that aren't fun about every job. Right now, Kelly's staring right at me. I don't love that, right? But I think you're a kind of person that's just going to have pretty much a great life where you go. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to have a fantasy about this picture of what being a wife is going to look like and then subsequently feel like.
Right.
And then dump all that on your husband.
Okay.
Because then you're going to resent him that you're not out running around with deer.
Right. Yeah.
If you make this transition, I want you to take full ownership of it, and there's going to be some sad parts to it. Just because you miss your old job and grieve it doesn't mean that you creating this new picture isn't of great value and it's going to be awesome.
I agree.
And you know yourself well enough to know I probably will not be good sitting in a windowless office.
Yeah, I would go crazy.
Yeah, I go crazy. So cool. But I don't know, like joining a yard crew or joining a land management team up there in central Louisiana. Like who knows? But it wouldn't be a biologist. But man, you've got a skill set that would be amazing to ranchers, to city parks, to I don't know. You could be the next Leslie Knope. I don't know. But you just seem like a person that's going to just be so full of joy wherever you go.
Well, I appreciate that, I think that wherever I go, it'll be whatever I make of it. So
yeah,
I do agree with you saying that.
But can we also say this? This is a pretty sweet gig you have.
It is.
And it's all right to be really sad about it.
Yes. And maybe you're right. Like it is just a season of my life that I'll look back on and show photos to my kids and be like, look how awesome your mom used to be. Well, hopefully I'll still be awesome.
You'll still be awesome, but instead of tagging ducks, you'll be all camoed up and you'll be like, well, now we're hunting them, right? I don't know what you'll be doing.
Right.
But like,
Exactly.
I think it'll be up to you to make sure I know what keeps me whole and well, and that is being outside.
Right. And I've been doing this now for close to 2 years, and I feel myself getting burnt out. And it's the job duties that keep me going. Like, that's the only thing that keeps me going. But as soon as I'm off the clock, I'm sad because I know I'm not going home.
That's right.
To my home.
That's right.
So
let's do a couple of things. One, let's exhale. What an amazing 2 years you've been able to have. You got a biologist dream job. You've been running around, and it fit you like a glove. This particular job for this particular season. That's amazing. And you've decided, I want to have this other kind of life, and it's not going to be compatible. I can't drive 2 hours one way to work. And so I'm going to grieve it. I'm going to be sad about it. Maybe you and your husband have a ceremony, like a cheesy little ceremony. Like, this is the end of this particular season, and now I'm going to work really hard to find an outdoor job, a job I can run around, and it's not going to be as good, but we're not going to compare because we've got a much bigger world that we're trying to create now. And when you have those moments where you feel sad, or you see a whole bunch of deer on the side of the road when you're driving in the middle of Louisiana, you can have that little lump in your throat, like, oh, so fun. Or, man, this particular field, it needs to have this kind of grass instead of this. You'll be able to do all that kind of stuff. But, man, maybe you find yourself as a biology teacher and you are communicating to these kids like how amazing conservation is and how amazing the outdoor world is. I mean, that's awesome. But you get to create the next season of your life. And dude, I just applaud you for being a person who finds joy, and I applaud you for being a person who says, I have a different picture for my life, and it's going to cost me the one I'm living right now. Whew, I'm going to make that happen. You're amazing, Abby. Amazing, amazing. Hang on the phone. My wedding gift to you is we're going to hook you up with all the questions for humans, for couples, for you and your fiance, and as he becomes your husband. And also, hang on the line. I'm going to send you my buddy Ken Coleman's book, Work You're Wired to Do. It's got a like a survey in there, like an inventory to see what kind of jobs you might be interested in. And it might be a good way for you to start exploring new careers with the passions that you already have. So hang on the line here. I'll hook you up with those gifts. Congratulations. And thank you for brightening up our show a little bit today. You're awesome.